Adam Wingard's Godzilla vs. Kong 2021 is a triumph of cinema. It tells the beautiful story of Kong finding his place in the world, Godzilla securing his throne, and the evils of artificial intelligence within Mechagodzilla. The film starts off with Kong resting on Skull Island. Everything is peaceful, or so it seems. As Kong's morning routine is shown, Wingard strings the audience along, basking them in a feeling of comfort, when finally there is the revelation. Kong is not in his home, but rather a prison. The opening credits play, covering the vast history of the MonsterVerse, a triumph of cinema. All other wannabe cinematic universes fell, but the MonsterVerse stood strong, vying against the juggernaut that is the MCU. And now, planned from the very first entry, the culmination of it all, Godzilla vs. Kong. Then we are introduced to Bernie, a man draught with grief over the death of his wife, driven to expose the evils of Apex Cybernetics. At the start of the MonsterVerse, we were introduced to Monarch, a secret organization built upon philanthropism, dedicated to protecting humanity and coexisting with the Titans. But now we are presented with a company built upon greed, wanting to weaponize Titans so that humanity may once again be the apex species. And thus, the central theme of the movie is presented: want. Every character in this movie wants something, and they will all go to extreme lengths to get it. Kong wants a home. Godzilla wants to restore balance. Nathan wants to find the secrets of the Hollow Earth that his brother died trying to discover. Eileen and Gia want Kong to be safe. Bernie wants to expose the evils of Apex. Madison wants to prove Godzilla innocent. And Walter Simmons wants man to regain its alpha status. Godzilla, and the king of the monsters, displays his dominance against humanity, destroying everything in his path. All the while, Bernie discovers that Apex holds something sinister. Then, we are reintroduced to Madison. Having grown from King of the Monsters, she's gone from a scared little girl to a strong, independent woman, making her own decisions and working hard to clear Godzilla's name. We are then introduced to Dr. Nathan Lind, a man broken by the death of his brother, offered a chance at salvation by the devil in disguise. This will be important later. Nathan pleads to Dr. Andrews to send Kong into the Hollow Earth, emotionally charged by their deep past together. Dr. Andrews agrees. Through a long and grueling process, Kong is sedated and sent out to sea. We are then introduced to the Heaves, Hollow Earth anti-gravity vehicles, a metaphor for humanity's technological advancements, how with the power of the future, we can finally explore the past. That night, it begins to rain. Basked in the cascading downpour, the giant ape wallows in his current state, realizing that for him to achieve his goals, he must endure his current conditions. And then in a beautiful, first-time moment for the character, he raises his arm, cups his fingers, and signs the word home. Kong wants to go home. Cut back to Madison, and she realizes that Bernie is the key to saving Godzilla's public image. So with her friend Josh, they head out to find him. Using Madison's tactility and Josh's street smarts, they are able to expertly find Bernie, and Team Godzilla is formed. Two strong-willed adults coming together to prove the king of the monsters innocent. Back out at the Tasman Sea, Nathan and Andrews have a discussion about Gia's ability to communicate with Kong. They touch upon deep concepts such as free will, guardianship, and animal rights. Then, strikes. Godzilla mercilessly rips through multiple battleships. The stupid ape roars into the ocean, and the true King Godzilla responds, knocking that dumb prime ape into the water. And then in a deep, symbolic, parallelic moment, Dr. Nathan Lind releases Kong from his chains, just like Walter Simmons released him from his. The Battle of the Titans commences, and Kong doesn't stand a chance, quickly falling to the might of the king of the monsters. The useless ape is whooped so hard that his human friends have to fire missiles at Godzilla just to get him to spare Kong. And in an in-character decision, the king of the monsters gives Kong a snarl to stand down, all those thousands of feet away. Dr. Lin then suggests a new way to transport Kong, a way that will keep him completely safe from Godzilla by air. This idea is in fact genius, as if you cannot travel forward, then you must travel upwards. Bernie and Madison then sneakily break into Apex and find Skullcrawler eggs. The simplistic moment purposely establishes the power and might of Apex. The main antagonist of Kong Skull Island 2017, the deadly Skullcrawler that went toe-to-toe against the mighty Kong, is now being manufactured in bulk by the devil himself. And to further portray what a threat they are, it is revealed that Apex has super top secret transportation devices that get the sleuths from Florida to Hong Kong. And we return to Kong, where he is presented with a choice: continue on with his complacent, passive life, or decide to push forward, become active, and making his own destiny. So he chooses, and both he and the audience are gifted with a world of majesty, the hollow earth, an almost alien world, unlike anything that has ever been seen. A vast landscape with rolling hills and massive mountains, all stylized with creatively unique flipped gravity. Upon entering this new land, Kong quickly asserts dominance, absolutely destroying 2 warbats. And then Kong comes upon an unbelievable sight, unlike anything put to screen. A weird gravity field, full of rocks. Now, this is a pivotal moment in the character of Kong. He's gone from an ape, lying around, letting the world pass by him, to now someone in charge of his destiny, paving the way to a bright future. The movie may have started with Kong and Skull Island, but the film has finally begun. And then we are shown a massive revelation, that of Mechagodzilla. Now Mechagodzilla is the perfect antagonist for the culmination of the MonsterVerse. The MonsterVerse started with us being afraid of and at the mercy of nature, but now we have risen to combat it in the form of its own harbinger of balance. And to build on the symbolism even more, Mechagodzilla absolutely destroys a Skullcrawler, the very thing that can go toe-to-toe with Kong, thus cementing him as the MonsterVerse's most dangerous threat yet. And with that, Godzilla's name is cleared, and his reign as king is revealed to be pure. The death of those Apex workers were for a just cause. Back to Kong, where he finally finds his home, constructed by his own people, spanning across generations, littered with relics of their past. And then Kong finds it, a piece of his past, of his family. The royal axe lies within the skull of a fallen Godzilla species, a sacred weapon unlike any other.
It's drawing radiation from the core like it's charging.
made from a king to kill a king. And with that, Kong finally becomes King Kong. Godzilla, king of the monsters, has other ideas. He decides to use his awesome power and shoot his atomic breath into the earth, stunning Kong and challenging him to a fight with a powerful roar. Fueled by rage of his lost home, Kong challenges the king himself, Godzilla, who he himself is enraged by Kong's challenge of his throne. So we begin the main event. Godzilla versus Kong in the futuristic city of Hong Kong. The past meets the future. Ancient creatures have come upon our modern land to settle an ancient conflict. These majestic beasts from a time long forgot. Godzilla, king of the monsters, versus the stupid, oversized ape Kong. Two mighty beasts, with one stronger than the other. And Godzilla wipes the floor. He realizes that Kong is nothing but a joke, and that he is the king of the monsters. So he just messes with the dumb primate, knowing he's no threat. Then we see Madison, a strong-willed woman, confronting the devil himself to call out his wrongdoings. But something unexpected happens. He reveals his motivations. For too long has humanity been at the mercy of the Titans, at nature. So Walter Simmons decided to make a change by using nature's own protector, its own guardian, to gain back power. And that's what this movie is about. Power. They all want power. And we return to the king of the monsters himself. Tired of the silly simian's antics, he finally decides to put an end to it. With minimal effort, Godzilla is finally able to put the nuisance down. And command him to stay down. Thus, we get one of the best scenes in all of cinema. Two kings oppose, one lesser than the other, with different ideals, clashing over an ancient struggle to gain dominance. And of course, Godzilla is the king. Spanning across 67 years and 36 movies, Godzilla has had far more of an impact than Kong, who only has 10 movies. Plus, the highest grossing Kong movie, Kong Skull Island, only made $566.7 million, whereas the masterpiece Shin Godzilla, directed by Hideaki Anno, creator of the best anime ever, Evangelion, made a whopping $8.25 billion. Godzilla is still king, and he makes that known. But the devil has other plans. As Ghidorah, the one who is many, takes over Mechagodzilla, a symbol of hope, now corrupted by an AI, thus showing the evils of man's creations. We should never tamper with nature. Just like Steven Spielberg's Jurassic Park, man's own creation rises against them. So Godzilla fights for the world, defending the innocents against the evils of Mechagodzilla. But unfortunately, due to using so much energy to blast into the Hollow Earth, Godzilla is weakened, and Mechagodzilla is able to go toe-to-toe with him. So Dr. Nathan Lind must act And in a beautiful moment of finally making his own destiny, he decides to revive Kong, giving his life for Kong's. And now, two rivals must make peace in order to save the world, symbolic of nations coming together to defeat a greater evil. It is only through teamwork can Kong and a weakened Godzilla defeat evil incarnate Mecha Godzilla. And now, it's time for the final judgment. Broken and bloodied, Kong is confronted by the king of the monsters, ready to fight another day. But feeling merciful, Godzilla spares the inferior creature. And as the camera rises to align the view of the two kings, Kong's arc is completed. He finally knows his place. But this hallmark of cinema isn't over just yet. First, we must see Kong return to the Hollow Earth. And now, he is finally home. Adam Wingard's Godzilla vs. Kong is one of the best movies to come out in decades, and is a hallmark of the kaiju genre. It shows the true power of Godzilla, treats Kong with so much respect, and the full menace of Mechagodzilla. The story is top-notch and gripping, and the visuals are unlike any other. Every shot telling a grand story with absolutely stunning VFX, some of the best in history. Every single shot photorealistic. It brings its own fantastical world truly to life. Adam Wingard truly did the kaiju genre right. Thank you for watching, everybody. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. But remember, any hate comments against Adam Wingard's masterpiece will be deleted. Join me next time as we analyze how Michael Dougherty's Godzilla, King of the Monsters is an amazing movie because it references past pieces of kaiju media. Thank you, and long live the... Okay, I'm done. I can't take this anymore. I cannot. I'm done. Goodbye, everyone. This movie is I don't know how long I can keep up this voice. It's hurting my ear. Like, legitimately. It's causing, like, ear pressure. I hate it. Emotionally charged by their deep past together. Hold on. This voice physically hurts me. It is hurting my stomach now as well. And then in a deep, symbolic, parallelic, and then in a deep, symbolic, parallelic moment, Dr. Nathan Lind releases Kong from his chains, just like Walter Simmons released him from his. What is this garbage? Why did I write this? And then I can't. The fact that some people actually just believe some of the stuff I just said, and like would probably believe the stupid box office warp statement is sad, because I know there's people out there, Godzilla King, Godzilla King, shut up, he's a giant lizard. Adam Wingard's Godzilla vs. Wow.